All right. So, good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. I wasn't here last week, I think. Yeah, I wasn't here last week and then the week before. I think that we forgot to send out the email on Sunday, so Bill had a private class that day. But anyway, we're back in action. So, um, hopefully, our usual crew will start coming again after a few weeks of being on and off. So we'll go ahead and get started. Just a reminder before we begin to keep your joints in alignment. So knees stacked over your ankles, keep your core engaged to support your lower back throughout class, and your chin slightly tucked. And then also just make sure to maintain a steady breath throughout class today. I will be reminding you of that as we move through our postures and our exercises. So to begin, just again, make sure that your knees are stacked over the ankles. Bring your back slightly away from the back of your chair. Drop your shoulders and allow them to relax. Bring your palms to your lap, facing up, and allow the hands to be fully relaxed. And then before you close your eyes, I just invite you to take a few long, deep breaths. And then on your next exhale, allow the eyes to gently close. Begin to take in the sounds in your immediate surroundings. And then gently invite your attention to move inward. So taking your attention away from the sounds around you and bringing it within. Observing the stillness and the silence of this moment. Take a moment to observe what's going on in your mind. And if you find that you're thinking a lot without judgment, just observe those thoughts. Allow them to float through. Allow your breaths to be long and deep. Observing the physical sensation of the lungs filling with breath. And then allowing the body to fully relax on your exhalations. Take another few deep breaths into your physical body. Being aware if there are any specific places that feel a little tight or sore or weak or out of balance. Just take an extra breath or so into those spaces. Spread your toes onto the floor. Feel the support of your chair. And take a moment here to say thank you for your body today, for this time to practice. And then with the eyes remaining closed, bring your hands to heart center and rub the palms together vigorously. And then bring the hands to stillness. Push the thumbs right in at your breastbone, at your heart, and bow your head. And take a moment here to set an intention for yourself for class today. Or if there is someone on your heart for whom you would like to dedicate the fruits of this practice, then I invite you to call that person to your mind. Inhale deeply. And exhale, bring your hands back down to your lap and allow the eyes to open again. Take a few moments here to just blink your eyes to reacquaint yourself with the light and the stimulation in your surroundings. Good. And then before we stand up to warm up the entire body, let's just stretch the neck and shoulders out a little bit, get a little warmth going in our upper body before we get into any larger movements. So scooch forward in your chair. Again, just making sure that you're in alignment. Inhale deeply. And exhale, lower the chin down towards the chest. Take a few breaths into the back of your neck. And if it feels good to move the head gently from side to side, to stretch out the back of your neck. I invite you to do that. Bring your chin back to the center of your chest and inhale the head up, back to center. Inhale. And then on the next exhale, allow the head to tilt back, gaze towards the ceiling. Opening up the throat. And from here, once again, if it feels good, to sort of move the head gently from side to side. Make sure that you're breathing. There's no tension. And then on the next inhale, bring your head back to center. Inhale deeply once again. Exhale, tilt your right ear down towards the right shoulder. Make sure that you're not scrunching the shoulder up to meet the ears. Stretching out the left side of your neck. Inhale the head back up to center. Inhale once more. And then exhale, tilt the head towards the opposite side. Inhale your head back up to center, relax those shoulders. Great. And then from here, take your hands into fists, tucking your thumb into your other fingers. Bring your arms out to the side, elbows straight, and then begin to make big circles with your arms in one direction. If you have any kind of rotator cuff injury, then you might just keep the arms down low. But if it feels okay to your body to make big circles, that's what we'll do. Good, and now take the arms the opposite direction. One more time around. Good, and release the arms down to your side, shake them out. And then from here with your hands at your side, inhale as you squeeze the shoulders up towards the ears, and then exhale, allow them to drop. Inhale, exhale. And we're gonna make this movement a little bit quicker so it looks like this. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up towards the ears. Hold. And then exhale, relax everything down. Good. Maybe tilt your head from side to side to release that movement. And then we'll stand up now, or you're welcome to remain seated as we move into our sun salutations to warm up the entire body. So if you are standing, you can stand right in front of your chair. Again, keep your feet about hip width distance apart. Keep your core engaged to protect your lower back. Bring your hands down to your side, palms facing forward. And inhale as you reach the arms up overhead, stretching up, maybe bending slightly back if it feels okay to your body today. And then exhale, come folding forward. Keep a bend in your knees. Inhale, bring your hands to your shins and come halfway up with a flat back. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Good, we'll do this 4 more times. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale to stretch up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, folding. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale to stretch up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. And I'm going to allow you now to do the last 2 on your own in silence. Good, and when you finish your sun salutations, just come back to center, hands at the heart. Take a breath. Good, and now take your feet out a little bit wider than your chair, toes pointed forward. Bring your hands to your upper legs. Inhale. Exhale, tilt to the right, allowing your hand to sort of gently move down the right side of your body and open up the front of your body. Take a few breaths, opening up the left side. On the next inhale, come back to center. Inhale again. And then exhale, do the same thing on the opposite side, allowing your left hand to gently slide down the leg, keeping the front of the body nice and open. Your gaze can be towards the ceiling or down towards the floor. Just allow your neck to be comfortable. And breathe into your right side. Inhale, come up to center. And exhale. Good, and now have a seat. And sitting slightly towards the front edge of your chair so that you're not leaning back or slouching at all will be the best position as we move on. So bring your hands to your lap. Take a deep breath. Good. And now from here, open and close your mouth a few times. Feeling a deep release of those jaw muscles. Bring your fingertips to your jaw. Gently massage your jaw. Bring your fingertips up to gently massage your temples. Give your earlobes a tug. Gently pinch along both ears. Squeeze the tip of your nose. And then gently tap or massage your entire scalp from the crown of your head all the way down to the sides, back, behind, to the top of your neck. Just imagining that you are waking up your entire face and head. When you get to your neck, give it a gentle massage with your fingertips. Good, and then allow your arms to come down to your side. Take a breath. Great. And we will move down into our shoulders and arms a little bit more now. So inhale as you take the arms out to the side. The palms are flat, the fingertips pointing in towards your ears. The chest is nice and open. And here, just take a few long, deep breaths. And now from here, inhale as you lift the arms and allow the backs of the hands to touch over your head. And exhale, lower the hands and arms back down to shoulder height. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up, backs of the hands touching, stretch up. Hold the breath for a moment. And exhale, slowly allow the arms to drop back down to your sides. Roll your shoulders back. Good. From here, take the arms up like two goalposts, the palms facing forward. And we're going to be working into our rotator cuffs again. So again, if you have any kind of injury there, just modify this to your comfort. And from here, take your left hand down and your right hand slightly back. And then do the opposite, bringing your right hand to point down towards the ground and your left hand moves slightly back. Inhale and exhale. Keep the Arms at about shoulder height. A few more times here. Good, and now bring both hands to face forward, fingertips pointing up. Inhale deeply. And exhale, slowly allow the arms to drop back down to your side. Roll the shoulders back. Take a breath. Great. Now from here, inhale as you take the arms out to the side once again. Exhale, cross the left elbow over the right and bring the hands to point up. The hands can be back to back or the palms turn to face each other. Just come to a sustainable position. The elbows are up high in front of the heart. Take a few breaths. And then from here, allow the arms to fall over slightly to the left and your head tilts to the right, the opposite direction of your arms. Inhale, bring everything back up to center. Exhale, drop the hands, but keep the arms crossed and give yourself a big hug here. And then from here, I'm going to ask you to tilt gently from side to side. If it helps with support to take your feet out a little wider, you can do that. And gently tilt from side to side. Inviting the spine to open and release. Inhale to center. Exhale, take the arms out to the side once again. And this time, cross your right elbow over the left. Bring your fingertips to point up, arms in a sustainable position. Take a few breaths here. And now allow the arms to fall slightly to the right, and your head will tilt to the left. Inhale everything back up to center. Exhale as you bring your forearms to cross right in front of your navel, holding on to opposite elbows. And from here, once again, gently tilting from side to side, inviting your lower back to begin to open here. Inhale, come on up to center. Release your arms, shake out the hands, roll the shoulders back. And now begin to roll your wrists in circles in one direction. And then the opposite direction. Open up both of your hands really wide. And then exhale as you squeeze them into tight fists. Open, close, open, and close. Do that a few times. Good, and now stretch the fingers of your left hand out with your right hand. Do the same thing to your right hand with the left. Massage your left hand with your right, working all the way down to the fingertips, just pulling out any stress or tension that you might be holding onto in your hands right through the fingertips. And do the same thing to your right hand. Clasp your fingers together, and on an inhale, push your palms up towards the ceiling, stretching up, squeezing your ears with your shoulders. And then on the exhale, release the intertwine and slowly allow the arms to drop back down. Roll the shoulders back. Bring your hands to your lap and take a deep breath. It's good to pause every few minutes just to check in, feel the energy and the warmth that you're creating in the body. Removing stagnation, getting the energy flowing. Okay, so let's work our way down the spine a bit. Once again, just making sure that your spine is nice and straight, your chin is tucked in towards the chest. Bring your hands to cup your kneecaps. And we'll begin here with about a minute of cat-cow. Inhaling as you arch the back and bend the elbows. Take your gaze up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, round in the spine. Bring your chin to your chest. Inhale and exhale. And this is another one that I'm going to allow you to move through independently. You might start off a little bit more slowly and pick up the speed as your back begins to warm up. And we'll be here for about 45 more seconds. And on the next inhale, come back to a centered neutral spine. Relax the shoulders, take a breath. Observe the sensation of space being created down your spine between the vertebra. Good, and now from here, take your feet out a little bit wider than your chair. And we'll move here in our Sufi Grinds. So the way that that looks is that you're churning the body in one direction. Your chin remains parallel to the floor. Bend the elbows as you turn the body forward and then allow them to straighten as you go back. We'll go about 10 times in each direction. Inhale, come up to center, and then on the next inhale, move in the opposite direction. Last time around this way. Inhale as you come up to center. Exhale. Good. And now from here, bring your right forearm with the palm facing up to your upper right leg. Keep your shoulder aligned with your elbow. Once again, open up the body, the front of the body. And then reach your left hand up towards the ceiling, stretching up. You can stay just like this if it feels like enough, or if you'd like to deepen the stretch a little bit, you might lean slightly to the right, taking your arm over your head. Inhale. Exhale, float back up to center. Take a moment here at center, just observing the difference in the two sides. And then bring your left forearm to the upper left leg, aligning shoulder to elbow, the palm is facing up, opening up the front of the body. Inhale, your right arm up. And then leaning slightly to the left if you feel like you want to deepen that stretch. Inhale. And exhale, float yourself slowly back up to center. Pull those shoulders back and relax them. Good. And now from here, tiptoe your feet back in to about hip width distance and turn in your chair to face one side. So you're sitting sideways in your chair. Knees stacked over ankles, tuck your chin in towards the chest with a nice straight spine. And from here, take your left hand to the closest corner of the back of the chair to you. And then you might take your right hand to the opposite corner and use the chair as leverage to turn for a twist. On the exhale, release the twist. Come back to face the side of the room. And then from here, I'm going to ask you to lean slightly back. And then take either both or one of your feet up off the ground, keeping the feet flexed. And you'll feel a tightness in your core. This is really good for the belly muscles. And then bring your feet back down. Inhale as you take them out again. Exhale down. Inhaling and exhaling. About 2 more here. And then allow the feet to come down. Come forward, take a breath. Feel the effects of that movement. And then turn to face the opposite side. So still sitting sideways in your chair, but facing the opposite direction this time. Spine nice and straight, chin tucked down. Take your right hand to the closest corner of the back of the chair to you, and your left hand to the further corner. And then turn for a twist. Take a few breaths. Inhale. And on the next exhale, release that twist. Come back to face the side of the room. And then once again, lean back slightly until you feel your core muscles engage. And then with either one or both of your feet, inhale your feet out in front of you. And then exhale, bring them back down. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Exhale, bring the feet back down to the floor. Bring your spine back to straight. Relax the shoulders and take a breath. Feel your heart pumping a little bit here. Good. And then turn back to face the front. And we will now stand to do our standing postures. If you don't want to stand for any reason, just remain seated and modify in a way that feels good to your body. And for these standing postures, it's sort of a choose your own adventure in terms of balance. So you might choose to have both hands on the chair at all times. You might play with the balance a little bit more by taking off one hand, or even just playing with a couple of your fingers and seeing how that works out for you. So do what feels best to your body today. All right, so we are behind the chair to begin with. Again, the feet about hip width distance apart. Hands can be on the chair, they can be on your hips. And we will inhale as we come up onto the tiptoes, and then exhale as you roll down onto your heels, lifting the toes. Inhale and exhale. Five more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come up onto the tiptoes and stay there. And then exhale, release that. Step your feet out a little bit. Good. And then remaining where you are behind the chair, take your feet out a little bit wider, just about the width of the chair. And then from here, begin to roll your hips in big circles in one direction. We'll just go about 5 times in each direction. And then the opposite way. Good. Inhale, come back up to center. Take your hands around to clasp right at your tailbone behind you, stretching out your arms, straightening the elbows if you're able to. I'll turn slightly here so you can see. So you can remain like this with your hands right at your tailbone, or if you're able to, take the arms out just slightly away from the body. Take them to a place that is sustainable for you, and then take a few long, deep breaths, opening up the front of the chest. Exhale, release the hands. Good. Roll those shoulders back once again. And then from here, come so that your chair is on your left side. Okay, chair's on your left side. Plant your left foot nice and firmly in the ground. Keep a bend in that left knee for balance, so you're not locking it. And then with your right foot flexed, take your right leg out to the side and bring it back to meet the left. Good, release that right leg, step it out. And from here, we will balance on this side. So once again, planting the left foot firmly in the ground, keeping a bend in that knee. Take the sole of your right foot to your ankle, your shin, or somewhere above the knee. So you don't want to be pushing directly on your knee, but you want to have your foot either below or above the knee. Bring your right hand to the center of your chest. Find a place on the ground or the wall in front of you to gaze at as you balance in this posture. And then as you feel stable, you might take your left hand up off of the chair to meet the right. Another option is to take the arms up overhead, pointing the fingers up right over the crown of your head. And wherever you end up, take 3 long, deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, lower the left hand down to the chair, release the right hand, release the foot, and step it out. Good. And now we'll do the opposite side. So your chair is now on your right. I like to keep my right hand on the chair to start out at least. Plant your right foot, keeping a bend in that knee, and then with your left foot flexed, take your left leg out to the side and bring it back to meet the right. I encourage you to do this with control. So you don't want to be swinging your legs everywhere, but move with control. One more on this side. Release the foot, step it out. And now we will balance in tree pose on this side. So once again, planting the right foot firmly. Take the sole of the left foot now to your ankle, your shin, or somewhere above the knee. Bring your left hand up to the center of your chest. Find a gazing point to help you with balance. And then as you feel ready, take your right hand up to meet the left. And maybe take the hands up above the head if it feels okay to your body today. 3 breaths wherever you end up. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the hands back down. Take the right hand back to the chair. Release your foot. And then step it out. Good. And now just take the next 30 seconds or so to move or stretch your body in any way that you need to before we sit for our final meditation. Good. When you feel ready, come on back down to seated. Again, make sure that your body is in alignment, but this time do feel free to lean back against the back of your chair. Bring your palms to your lap. Relax the shoulders. Take a few long, deep breaths. And then when you feel ready, allow the eyes to gently close. Observe where there's any holding or any tension. Allow your energy here to settle. Observe the effects of your practice. Bring your hands to heart center now. Rub the palms together vigorously. And keeping the eyes closed, bring your hands to stillness right at your heart center, bowing your head towards your heart. Take a few more long, deep breaths here, revisiting the intention that you set at the beginning of class, or the person for whom you dedicated the fruits of this practice. Say thank you to your body for working for you today, for bringing you this far. Well, thank you to yourself for showing up. And as we go about the rest of our day and the rest of this week, may we always be guided by the presence of grace, our own higher self, our truth. May our actions be in service to the whole. And may we uplift and elevate all those we come in contact with. Thank you for being here with me today to practice and for doing something good for your mind, body, and spirit today. I hope to see you next week. Namaste.